Namaste viewers, welcome to Jnana Devula channel. Today we'll try to understand the meaning of Saraswati from the viewpoint of Dashanami Paddhati, the name given to the sannyasis. This was given by Sri Adi Shankaracharya, the great Advaita Vedanta master, who founded this Dashanami Sampradaya also, of naming the sannyasis depending upon their characters and their where they are and all those things. Here let us go through the name Dashanami Saraswati. It's an embodiment of wisdom and inner eloquence. So now, before we go to the details, as usual, I request you to please like, share and then subscribe to my channel. Please go through the video in full and then please post your comments in the comment box. In the Dashanami Paddhati, the name, the title, that this thing Saraswati is conferred upon the sannyasis who are particularly devoted to Jnana marga, the path of knowledge, the pursuit of scriptural mastery over all scriptures, Vedas, Vedangas, all these things. Then that eloquent teaching, they have got this beautiful way of presenting themselves, presenting the spiritual texts. And apart from that, the inner refinement of speech and intellect also. Refine the speech and then intellect. Of course, the name is derived from the goddess Sri Saraswati, who is the Devi of wisdom, Devi of speech, that is Vak and learning, and represents a monastic who has internalized her attributes, the Saraswati, that title. Such a sannyasi is one who has transcended worldly desires and now abides in and radiates pure wisdom. That is the nature of this Saraswati sannyasi. Now, of course, Sri Adi Shankaracharya established 10 titles. Dashanami. Dasha means thus. Nami means named. For sannyasis within the Ekadanda tradition. See, now Advaita is called as Ekadanda. Ekadanda tradition. One of which is Saraswati. These names were not arbitrarily, coined or something. They were symbolic representations of the inner disposition and the role of each monk. Each monk had a different role, all 10 different roles. So, sannyasis of the Saraswati order they are keepers, they are guardians and disseminators of knowledge. Their Parampara is to disseminate whatever the knowledge they have received, they have understood, they have all those things, Day to day they also keep upgrading their understanding. They have to disseminate this information. They are deeply immersed in study. They have to study. Reflection. They have to think over it. And the transmission of Vedantic truth, the original truth that is there, that they have to transmit it. Now, Jnanat mokshaha. Liberation is through knowledge only. This is the fundamental tenet, fundamental principles of Advaita. This is perfectly embodied by Saraswati sannyasis. Now, spiritual significance, if you look at it, Saraswati implies that the sannyasi embodies, one is Shabda Brahma, the divine in the form of sacred sound, language, knowledge, all these things. What we transmit is Shabda Brahma. Then Jnana Shakti, the power of wisdom and internalizing. Then you have this Vak Shuddhi also, the capacity for spiritual speech that uplifts and liberates. You should have a clear thought and clear, whatever the thought, it should come out through Vak in clear terms. That is also important. You cannot use all wrong words and then just try to convey something. conveys some different meanings. So, Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samsita Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha. To that Devi, to that goddess who abides in all beings in the form of wisdom. The wisdom form is called as Sarvabhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samstita. Ya Devi, O Devi, Sarvabhuteshu, in all the beings, in all the existence, in all the living beings, Buddhi Rupena Samsita. She is residing here as Buddhi, intellect. Namastasmai, Namastasmai, Namastasyai, Namo Namah, Namastasyai, not Tasmai, Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namah, 3 times, that is. So our salutations. So Saraswati Sannyasis often teach scriptures with write commentaries, guide seekers and uphold the lineage of the learning. This is their path. Saraswati has the inner speech also, Antarvak. What is that Antarvak? In Advaita Vedanta, Saraswati is not merely external. She represents inner speech, Antarvak, the refined and luminous current of understanding that flows when the ego has been stilled. When there is no ego, that refined, very bright stream of this understanding flows. That is Antarvak. He practices Mauna, the Saraswati Sannyasi, that is spiritual silence when needed, speaks only that which arises from Jnana. Jnana means truth. Satyam Jnanam Anantam, they say. So he only speaks, only that arises from the Jnana, from that profound knowledge, what it comes in. Only that he speaks. So he guides the aspirants, guides all these Shishyas through the Mahavakyas. We have got about 4 Mahavakyas. Those Mahavakyas and subtle Vedantic teachings, where you have lot of doubts, where it is very like Sukshma, Sukshma Dharma. Those things, he teaches. So, one of the Mahavakyas, it says Prajnanam Brahma. Conscious is Brahman. Jnanam, there, Prajnanam Brahma, he says. This Mahavakya directly resonates with the Saraswati ideal. Knowledge and this realization are not separate. That is of Prajnanam Brahma. Knowledge and realization, both are same only like this. So, traditional appearance and life, how they Sannyasis of the Saraswati lineage, very often they wear the saffron robes. They reside in mutts, monasteries, ashramas, or travel as teachers. May take the vow of teaching, reflecting, that is disseminating information, and transmitting the Prasthanatraya. So what we call, Prasthanatraya, they are the basis for all our basic texts for our spiritual understanding or our Hindu Vedanta, Sanatana Dharma, whatever you call it. So these 3 are most important. That is Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita and Brahma Sutras. These 3 are the things, which deal with deep understanding, with deep essence of this, essence of this spirituality, Hindu Sanatana Dharma. Prasthanatraya. Traya means 3. Prasthana means 3 things, that is Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita and Brahma Sutra. They are also spiritually inclined towards vicharas, inquiry, self-inquiry, vichara. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. These are also, Shravana means listening, hearing. Manana means reflecting or repetitive reading, manana, and nididhyasana, meditating or staying with those things, internalizing them is called as nididhyasana. Internalizing whatever you have we have been reflecting, whatever you have heard, these are the 3 steps. Now, let's see some historical links of Shankaracharya's disciples. Traditionally, Totakacharya, one of the 4 chief disciples of Sri Adi Shankara, was associated with Saraswati qualities. He had this poetic eloquence, depth of learning, and philosophical brilliance. So there is a Totakashtam also composed by him, begins with Vidita Kila Shastra Sudha Jaladhe. O Guru, knower of the nectar ocean of all scriptures. So he was very eloquent in presenting. Vidita Kila Shastra Sudha Jalade. Like this, it starts, it continues. Totakashtam. So to summarize, the Saraswati title in the Dashanami Sampradaya represents mastery over knowledge and speech, stillness of mind combined with eloquent expression, an unwavering dedication to the transmission of non-dual truth. Through this lineage, Sri Adi Shankaracharya ensured that divine wisdom, that is Saraswati, was not merely worshipped but embodied and shared, lighting the path of Jnana for generations. Yes, with this explanation on Saraswati, we conclude this episode on this Paddhati, Dasha, what is that called as? Dashanami system. Dashanami system of the Saraswati lineage. Thank you for your valuable time in listening to this. Please post your comments and then like, share and then subscribe. Thank you, viewers.